Hello, welcome to another Becoming a Modern Man. We are playing Nightfall once again, and this time we are running up against a Nykthos wave deck. So let's get underway. So we're going to play, this is our opener, we've got Double Bop, Noble Hierarch, Knight of Valkyrie and a Lockdown Smiter. Looks pretty good to me. We're going to get a turn 2. We're probably going to play turn 2 Knight actually, given that we've got 2 fetches. Either way we get to drop a 4/4 on turn 2, which is pretty sweet. And also Hierarch we can attack for 5, so seems good to me as long as this Hierarch doesn't die. He's off with the Elvish Mystic. Probably playing Elves, but wasn't sure, not really going to change our plans anyway. So we draw Retreat, so now we actually have the combo ready to go as well. It's pretty good against the deck that's unlikely to have much removal. Retreat Emissary comes down, and sorry, just having a lag here by the looks of it. Alright, so he played an Arbor Elf, so has 2 mana available. She used on nothing by the looks of it. I'm not really sure what happened there. Okay, so turning a Tree Emissary into an Arbor Elf for our opponent. So in theory we could have won here. I hadn't tested the deck out enough at this point, I don't think, to know whether I actually could or couldn't, so I got cold feet and just ran out the second Knight, but I think actually on testing we could have just won here. We play the Retreat, and then obviously you sack your lands. You will see it because I actually do combo off, but I was a bit concerned that we weren't going to be able to combo off and like fizzle out, so I decided just to run out the Knight and attack for 5 here, because I don't think our opponent can beat us on turn 3, so I kind of figured we might as well just run defense and then we can get the combo kill next turn, make sure our opponent is down below 20. So yeah, I mean it is potentially an issue. You can deal a lot of damage with the Retreat Knight combo, but not always 20. It also takes up quite a bit of life, so not tons, probably about 9 I think it was. When I tested it out, it generally takes sort of 8 or 9 life to get to where you want to be, depending on sort of where you are, what kind of position you are in the game already. But yeah, it does take quite a bit of life up, so it can be a bit risky to do. So I decided to play it safe here, but particularly as my opponent had the full 20 life. But I think having tested it out a bit more, we could have just won there and then with the help of Kessid Wolfwund probably. And then untapping this Noble Hierarch off the fetches, but hopefully you'll see the combo here. See what our opponent does. I believe he's going to so yeah, here's Garrick. Nykthos activates, makes 7 mana, and then he's going to Genesis Wave for 4. Gets a Predator Ooze, a Utopia Sprawl, and an Eternal Witness, and a second Nykthos, though I don't think he can actually do anything with that at the moment. Eternal Witness gets back Genesis Wave. Not too worried about this because we are planning to win here. Right, so we've got Retreat. We actually don't have to do too much here to get the kill. We only actually need our guys to be 8/8, don't we really? So fairly easy. So we're gonna run out Retreat. Hopefully I did this well, so it can actually you can actually follow it. So generally I just want to pick up a fetch land here, any one basically. The only thing you really need to be conscious about is 1, your life total, and then 2, just making sure that your fetch can find a land, so you want to make sure you've got lands in your deck still that you can fetch up. Otherwise, you're going to end up having a tapped knight, which you can't untap. So obviously, not a good position to be in. But I mean, if you just go fetch one particular fetch land, then crack it, see what you can fetch up, and just keep a note and sort of keep track on what lands are still left in your deck, then you should be able to do this no problem. The other thing is, if you fetch up a fetch land, you obviously get to untap your knight, but then you get an additional landfall trigger basically, so you can do what you want with that. You can, in like this situation, I can untap Noble Hierarch, start generating a bit of mana, which I can use then with the Kessig Wolf Run to sort of give it trample, give one of these guys trample. Alternatively, you can start tapping down your opponent's creatures to sort of get rid of their defences, so you can attack through without any worry about blockers, although Kessig Wolf Run equally works in that regard. I think I go for the tap down route here, so tap that. I play the Temple Garden untapped because I think I also was going to try for the Kessig Wolf Run. I was kind of undecided about what I was going to do. You can do either, and both will work basically. A huge issue. Obviously, you just got to think about how you're going to generate your mana. With a Mana Dark in play, you can just untap that and then sort of redo it. But obviously, Noble Hierarch doesn't generate red, so I had to get the Stomping Ground there and put into play untapped. You didn't necessarily have to put the Temple Garden into play untapped earlier, so that's just a note for yourselves. So now we've got two 9/9s, going to be 10/10s. Kind of running low on lands, but yeah. Just to keep this quick, I'd tap down the Eternal Witness and then I'm happy to attack. Could have searched up Kessig Wolf Run as well, and generated a bit more mana, hit for even more damage, basically, but we had enough to kill our opponent. We had enough to kill our opponent with just one knight actually, so it's fine. And yeah, so we managed to wrap that one up. Hopefully that shows you the combo. It probably wasn't the best execution there of it, but yeah, there is the combo win there. It probably could have happened a turn earlier. This is our opener. We have Forest, Double Wild Nykthos, Retreat, Coral Helm, Pride Mage, Path, and a Knight, which is not good enough. Don't have any access to any other colours other than green, and Wild Nykthos not very good with just the Forest in play, just a 1/1, so pretty sure this is going to be a mulligan. This is a lot better. We've got Grim Lavamancer, so we can kill off his sort of elves and whatever else he runs, just so then we can reduce his devotion count for Nykthos basically. Just generally get rid of stuff, so that seems good. Got Pride Mage and we've also got Tarmogoyf, so seems like a solid hand, certainly better than the last one. See Tarmogoyf on top. I decided to keep that, but maybe we should have bottomed it. Obviously more big threats the better, but we don't actually have a lot of ways of putting things in the graveyard at the moment, so, and also we're using Grim Lavamancer to sort of empty our own graveyard, so it's kind of here. Depends how it turns out though. Front Sylvan Scryings for a Forest. He played Rootbound Crag turn 1, obviously tapped, and then played Nykthos, so slightly awkward for himself. I assume the Sylvan Scrying's in there for fighting Nykthos in general. Pride Mage here, given that Tarmogoyf isn't too huge, and that means we can tap for 2 as well. Don't think it makes a difference either way. Utopia Sprawl into an Elvish Mystic. I'm going to attack for 3 here. I fancy killing off both these elves. So we're going to bolt and then crack a fetch, so we can keep an instant in the graveyard for our Tarmogoyf purposes, and then we're going to Grim Lavamancer for the second elf. So that makes life difficult for our opponent. There's a relic here. And cast Choke, which is kind of weird. Kind of wish I didn't search at the breeding pool now, but yeah, Choke, not a great card against us. Our deck's not particularly blue. I don't know if you thought we would be bringing in our counter spells. I suppose we could have done. I don't think I actually did. I just wasn't that worried about Genesis Waves, to be honest. Maybe I should have been. Yeah, I guess bringing in negates and things would have been smart enough. Obviously we've got Pride Mage, so we could destroy this Choke if we were actually concerned about it. But I'm not particularly, not too reliant on blue mana. Don't particularly need to play this Retreat to Coral Helm, intending just to beat down our opponent and stop him from playing anything particularly useful. So happy with that. For another Goyf here, probably should have ran out the Pride Mage, given that our opponent has a relic at the moment, and so he can shrink our Tarmogoyf to a 0/1 if he so wishes. So yeah, probably should run out the Pride Mage, and then we could have hit 4 there instead. A Stomping Ground on top of our library, which is fine. I'm not too worried. Still got a lot of gas in our hand, so not too concerning. Meanwhile, our opponent's down to 0 cards in hand, so he's not having the best of times. I'm going to hit for 5 here. It's only a portion of the 7 life he gained, but another relic from our opponent, which is fine. Just attack with everything again. I think he cracks the relic here, so I can't go goes down to being one. I'm just going to run a Bop here. Could have run another Tarmogoyf, but I think I'm running out of the Bop just so I can stick Retreat to Coral Helm and then maybe start scrying, etc. Fly over here, probably didn't need to, probably everything and see what happened. But it doesn't make a ton of difference, I guess. I didn't really fancy trading off one of my Pride Mages though, so that's the main thing, and I didn't. But I think actually that would have worked out fine, because we could have made our Tarmogoyf pretty huge if he had done that. Well, he has a relic as well, so yeah, it's a fair thing to do, I think, to attack over with the Paradise. 2 just feels like we could have done a bit more. But we're going to run a Cottle here. I'm just going to keep this Tarmogoyf back. And Genesis Waves for 4. I don't think he hits anything particularly meaningful. Arbor Elf, Burning Tree Emissary, and a Rootbound Crag. Acidic Slime has to go into graveyard because he only paid 4. So yeah, that's fine. Attack with everything here. Shouldn't have attacked with the Bop, but you know, doesn't make a great deal of difference. Sack the Pride Mage to kill off the Choke, and so we end up with a fairly varied graveyard, which makes our Tarmogoyf into a 3/4, and I think that's 7 damage through there, so kind of messed up our opponent's blocks there, but either way we had a Lightning Bolt to finish our opponent off. So that was that. Yeah, fairly good matchup, I guess. We probably have some good cards against it. Obviously a fairly fringe deck, so can't take too much pride in beating this, but obviously the deck worked, you got to see the combo, so that's sort of the main reason for showing you this video. And yeah, generally worked out pretty well.